Guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elizabeth, and today we are going to be talking about 15 traits of successful people that all business leaders should cultivate. Let's get started. So first, a disclaimer. So even though there's no surefire formula for success in every single area of life, the most exceptional leaders in business and in entrepreneurship do tend to share a number of specific attributes. So fortunately, these aren't intrinsic qualities, but rather deliberate approaches that every leader can adopt. So that's why I'm going to share them with you so that you can implement them into your own life and share them with others. Number one, adaptability. Successful people are adaptable and they're also solution focused. So they're not focusing on some of the problems. They see the problem, they see what is wrong, and they figure out, how can we figure out the solution? What's the plan here? So they also are adaptable. So if something happens that they don't expect, they're able to adapt and figure out how to get to the end solution that they want. This is really, really important because in life, you're going to experience unexpected situations. And you can even adopt this if you're not a business leader, just in your regular life as an everyday person, because it will help you to own your life and to be better at handling whatever comes your way. Number two, I absolutely love this one, and I just bought a book on emotional intelligence that I will be sharing more about, but emotional intelligence. It's easy to say emotional intelligence, but it's a lot more than that. Successful people understand who they are first, so understand who you are as the basis for understanding other people. If you don't understand yourself, how can you understand someone else? You need to have self-awareness so that you can understand how you're showing up and impacting the world. You have to come to a good place with yourself. It's what I've gone through in my 20s, was learning, who am I? What am I? Who do I want to be? What do I need to work on? And so that you can show up and serve others. With that foundation, you can help serve other people and be a better leader. Number three, a common trait observed in successful people is that they persevere. They have perseverance. And that means that they're able to push through and forge ahead and stay focused on what's important to them. So that's what I've said before, is focus on the goal. What is your focus? What is your goal here? What is the mission? They don't get distracted in all the other random stuff. They know what their focus is and they keep going. So there's going to be challenges that come up for people, everyday people, anyone. We all have challenges and things that we experience in life. But the people who are successful persevere, they keep going, they figure out how to pull up their pants and stand up 8 times if they've fallen down 7. So keep going, keep persevering, you'll be successful. Number 4, discipline. So Venus Williams, the famous tennis player, sister of Serena, she is a powerhouse. And I was watching an interview with her the other day, and she talks about how self-love is discipline. Discipline is something that all successful people adopt. So do we all want to wake up and work out? Do we all want to do some of these things or eat the salad or whatever? Not necessarily, but successful people do it anyways, and they have the discipline to continue moving forward. The most effective way to develop discipline is to practice discipline at smaller levels so that you can make it second nature, and then you can remove the distractions later on. So start small. Start with making your bed every day. What are some things that you can start small with to develop the habit of discipline? It is a habit and a practice that will pay off in dividends. Number 5, they all have self-awareness. So I kind of talked about this earlier, but the most successful people have humble self-awareness. So humility is important too. They actually recognize and are thankful for, they appreciate their strengths. So if you don't know your strengths, get to know your strengths. There is a strengths finder test that you can take, or ask people in your life, or just do a simple assessment and ask yourself. But they know what their abilities and their knowledge is and are. And they also know areas that they can improve and where their weaknesses are and where they need support from other people who might be strong in those areas. So role modeling how self-awareness can maximize your own potential in yourself is key to demonstrating what success looks like. 6, curiosity. I've talked about this on the channel and in my research on successful and rich and happy people. They are curious. They love to learn. They love to read. They love to get new information. They want to become better. And so they're curious. They're curious about how to solve problems. They ask questions, and they will always ask these questions before they take action. So unsuccessful people do not ask. They don't care, and they just simply respond. So make sure you're asking questions and you are a thinker, not just a doer. Think, analyze, be curious, learn, and then you can act accordingly. Number 7 is authenticity. So people who are authentic. All successful people are true to their calling. You can't fake real success, and it comes from being 100% authentic in whatever you're meant to be in this world and with whatever you're passionate about. So there's a lot of fake happy people we're all putting on a front or a face. You might see that on social media or just in the real world, but don't be one of them. Live your calling, be who you really are, and other people will see that. So be authentic. Number 8. This one is really important. All of them are. However, risk-taking capabilities. I've seen this in my research for successful people and business people and wealthy people. They take risk. Now, it's calculated risk typically. However, they're not afraid to take risks. And how you have only been given one life. And if we all just live inside our own box in our comfort zone, then we're never going to grow. We're never going to experience what we can. We're never going to reach our full potential. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn, to grow, to experience, to share, to give, and to reach our full potential. So don't be afraid to take a risk. And if you are being held back by fear, start looking into that. I also will be sharing from Think and Grow Rich the common fears that people face and that holds people back. But don't be afraid. Take calculated risks. It's important to live outside of your comfort zone. All right, this one is awesome as well. Number 9, accessibility. Be accessible to people. So wealthy and successful people are the most accessible people. This is kind of interesting. But being approachable is another word I would use as well. Being approachable allows you to connect with people. Life is about relationships and connections and service. And so if you're not available, if you're just in meetings all day, then you don't have a genuine moment to connect with other people. I know a lot of people in my life who are so good at connecting with others, and this is critical. So be accessible, be available. Even like as a parent, if you're too busy for your kids, that's going to cause negative implications. And so be there, be present, be accessible, and life will be better. This is one that I'm working on, is observant decisiveness. So I like to think a lot, but don't be stuck in analysis paralysis. 2 things are essential: listening and then also being decisive quickly. So listen, observe, gather information. That's what we want to do. We want to think, but then we want to make a quick decision. Especially as a leader, you want to be able to get all the information and then just come up with the best solution that you can in that moment. And so that is something a lot of people who might be more perfectionistic or wants to make the right decision all the time, it's okay. You're not always going to make the best decision. You're not always going to be perfect. That is impossible. So do the best you can with what you have and take the information in so you can make the best educated approach and decision possible, but that will help you to be successful. So be observant, be decisive quickly. 11, accountability. So successful people in any walk of life tend to own their decisions and hold themselves accountable for what they accomplish. So they don't fall into the trap of blaming others and coming up with excuses for their failures. They reframe any setbacks as learning opportunities, and they proactively, rather than reactively, face the challenges that they have instead of procrastinating. So be accountable in your life, no matter what's going on. Like I always say, go back to you. Stop blaming everybody else and say, what can I do? And oftentimes, most of the time, you will see, ooh, I could have done this better, or ooh, I wish I would have done this, or oh yeah, I did play a small role in this or a big role, whatever. So be accountable, always go back to you. 12, treat everybody with respect. Be respectful if you want to be respected. So I do this all the time in my life. I think it's so important is to try to respect other people, even if you think you know something that they don't or whatever, or no matter what job they have, we all are just people, right? We're all brothers and sisters. We need to respect one another. And so do that and you will be successful. 13, this is about failure and seeing failure as just a learning curve. So this is so essential. Remember, it's important to fail, and most successful people and people who do well in life, they fail a lot. The best inventors, they've had so many inventions that did not work until they had one that did. The best athletes, they make so many game-winning shots, but there's a lot of shots that they don't make. And so in life, if you are held back by fear and you do not actually take action, then you're going to have a hard time. So use failure as a learning curve and just say, oop, this is just something that I don't know, right? And know the information and learn it, and then you can do better. 14, I love this one, a growth mindset. I think this is one I've had to work on in my life. Successful leaders have a growth mindset. They learn continuously and they adapt to the changed situation without losing their vision. And so basically what I see this growth mindset is, it's not this fixed mindset where you can't learn, you can't be better, or you always do this, or I'll never get this right, or, oh, I must be stupid because you got one thing wrong. It's like, no, you're not. You just got something wrong. Or, oh, you just have more to learn. You're just ignorant on this one topic or whatever. And that's okay. It doesn't matter. So have a growth mindset. Even if you're an adult, you can still learn, right? It doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you have been in your life. You have the world at your oyster right now. So learn, grow, and continue to grow. You can improve. You can get better. You're not stuck. Lastly, they have customer centricity. So there's customer focus. The customer is at the center of what they focus on. So with anything that you're doing, if you're in an employee, or if you're a teacher, or if you're a business owner, you always want to focus on the customer, the people you're serving or that you're helping. And that will help you in your life. Like, we're here to solve problems. We're here to help people. We're here to support people. So if you focus on that instead of the money, instead of yourself, etc., then you will be successful, and so will your company. Right, so those are 15 traits of successful people that all business leaders or people or managers or anyone in life should seek to find in other people. And this is something that you can cultivate in yourself. So if you want to be successful, if you want to be a good person, if you want to contribute to the world, start adapting some of these habits. I think it could really benefit you, or take one or two and apply them into your life. So let me know what you think in the comments below. What are you going to apply to your life? What maybe stood out to you? What do you think was helpful? What do you want to work on? What do you think you were good at? Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, a like. It really supports the channel and helps get the videos out to more people that could possibly need it. Share with a friend, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, you got this.